You can't hate lefty politicians enough. You can't despise them enough for their identity politics, for the divisive politics. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at this woman. This is Rachel Millward. She's a co-leader of the Greens Party, along with Motin Ali, the Islamist, and Jew-hating, anti-Zionist Jew leader, Zach Polanski. So Zach Polanski, Rachel Millward, and Motin Ali. A match made in heaven. Obviously, the extreme form of lefty woke politics. She's a massive refugees are welcome supporter. But this is the letter she wrote to her local council. We are writing to state our strong objection to the decision you have taken to use Crowborough Army Camp as a temporary location for 600 asylum seekers. So they're good with refugees in other people's neighborhoods, but not in their leafy villages or leafy neighborhoods. Look at this. Let me show you more hypocrisy. Oxford campaign group launches petition against planned 1250 bed asylum camp near Bicester. Bicester is a tiny little village in Oxford, and they're protesting there as well. Again, needless to say, Oxford is behind refugees are welcome protests all around the country. Look at this. This is them protesting against housing against housing asylum seekers in their little village. Again, refugees for thee, but not for me. Why am I telling you this? Because of their stupid politics, impressionable, stupid people fall victim to it. Look at this woman. You obviously know of this woman, this American woman who left America. In her profile, she said, F ICE. She hated Trump. And she met this guy, a Jordanian asylum seeker in Ireland. And she fell in love with him, led him into her house where she had a little girl. I'm actually surprised that he didn't target her daughter either. But anyway, she was found dead by her own daughter. That's the daughter. Poor girl. I feel bad for her. Jamie Carney was the name of this woman. And it's been picked up by the American media, as it should be. Oh, by the way, Jordan has arrested this guy because he fled Ireland after murdering this woman, and they arrested him in Jordan. Obviously, I don't want these people to die. Obviously, I don't want them to get hurt. Obviously, this little girl, she's now lost her mother because of her mother's stupidity and brainwashing enabled by these people who are so hypocritical. They preach love. They tell you, oh, asylum seekers are just like us. People from third world backward cultures were supposed to like them, but they don't want them anyway in their own vicinity. And stupid, impressionable people fall victim to it. Look at this. This is the result of that. Look at this woman, Cleo Lake. She was just 20 years old. She was outside a nightclub in Bournemouth, and she was approached by this Eritrean asylum seeker, and when she rejected him, he punched her. That is what's happening in the West because of these people. This is the reason why. But they're not all stupid, though. They're all hypocrite, but they're not all stupid. Listen to them. They want to bring in millions of asylum seekers into Europe and the UK, but they don't want them in their houses.
I just noticed your placard saying refugees welcome here. Yes. I'm just wondering if you'd like to go down on a list saying you're willing to take the refugees into your home.
Of course not. Only problem is I rent.
You rent?
Yeah.
Maybe an issue?
Yeah, because they've put 9 bedrooms in a 4-bedroom house, so we're pretty much champions.
Excuse me, love. My name's Jim. Just because you've got that refugees welcome here, yeah. I'm just wondering if you'd like to go on a list of people that's willing to actually adopt a refugee and take them into your home.
Well, if I had any space, I would.
If you had any space.
It wouldn't be...
Right.
But look at them. They're not all hypocritical, though. As I said, you saw that American woman who fell victim to that propaganda. Look at this guy. Look at this Frenchman kicked out of his own home by illegal immigrant family he took in. So he said, oh, you poor asylum seekers, come live in my house. And they kicked him out. A generous Frenchman who opened his doors to an illegal immigrant family has been forced out of his own home after they turned violent and refused to leave. Harvey, 56, bought a historic guest house in the village. Look at that. What a beautiful little guest house in the village of Saint Ward. I'm not going to even attempt to butcher it. Brittany in 2019 and spent several years renovating the former inn to turn it into both a home for himself and low-cost accommodation for travelers and people facing hardship. He couldn't find a struggling Frenchman or a struggling French family because, you know, he was fooled by this idea of these people are fleeing war and persecution. Please let them in. In 2025, a Mauritian couple with 2 young daughters asked to pitch a tent. Oh my God, they actually had daughters as well. So he wasn't as stupid as some of these other people who let in these migrant fighting age men into their houses. Oh my goodness. And moved by their situation, he allowed them to stay in the guest house at a low rate, Remix News reported. I believe opening your door to others is something fundamental. Oh, children sleeping in a tent during winter and still having to go to school. That's terrible. I get it. It is bad. I get it. But suicidal empathy, guys. Suicidal empathy.
Nice place to bring them because
Yeah.
it's a bit overcrowded.
Right.
But yes, if I had the space, definitely.
Thank you very much for that, love. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Just reading your placard, and I was just wondering if you'd be willing to go on a list of people that's willing to accept a refugee, like adopt one into your home.
I live in a rental place, so I can't.
Rental.
Yeah,
You can't do it.
yeah.
Someone else's job.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Excuse me, my love. I'm just taking notice of your placard, and I'm wondering if you'd be interested in going on a list of people that's actually willing to adopt a refugee and take them into your home.
No, I'm sorry, I can't.
You can't take one.
I don't have a
You don't have the space.
But I don't have space. Why not let him sleep in your bed?
Excuse me, sir. Would you be willing to go on my list of people that's willing to adopt a refugee
These
into
are
your
two
home?
right-wing disruptors. You don't have to talk to them.
What do you mean? He's grown up, isn't he? How are you going to call me right wing?
And if I was, I'd tell you I'm right wing. There's fuck we could do
But
about
hang on. But hang on. Where
I'm
can?
just telling him he doesn't have to talk to you.
But what? How old do you think he is? How old do you think he is? I would say. Huh? You're a steward, so that makes you think what?
I'm allowed to talk to this man.
You're allowed to talk to him.
Pardon?
What organisation am I from then?
Asking you a question.
Yeah,
I've heard
he's
the
a
questions
grown
you're
up.
asking everyone
He's a
else.
grown
I'm
up.
aware of that, and so are you, and so am I, and we're all allowed to talk to
Yeah,
each
but
other.
I suggest he's old enough to be your father, and for you to talk to him in such a demeaning tone, I don't think that's your position.
Demeaning tone.
Well, yeah, trying to tell him that he doesn't need
Just
to
letting him
talk
know
to
that he
me.
doesn't
Look at
have
them.
to talk to you.
No one has to talk to him.
Look at that. Look at that thing. They always get it. They know that, oops, sorry, we're being exposed as hypocrites. Better not let them talk to people.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't need you to tell him that.
Yeah, start spreading malicious
Like-
rumours about far right, silly cunt.
Get that out of my thing.
What malicious rumor? They themselves are saying, no, we don't want him.
What? No, you don't in public, you moron. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Go away. You have a refugee stay at your house?
Yeah, I don't mind.
You go on the list?
I don't mind, yeah, 100%, give me the thing. Oh, wait, I can't, because my house is only a little small. And
Amazing. That's what I was waiting for. Thank you.
Look at that. She's first said, yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I live in a very small little house. No, you know what she was going to do? She was going to lie. She was going to lie. Yeah, here it is. Then she realized, oops, I might have to give some ID or something. He's got a proper looking form. I might not get away by lying. I might not get away with lying. So she said, oh, I just remembered. I live in a very tiny house. How convenient.
Darling, would you be willing to have a refugee in your home?
Yes, if I had room.
If you had room, it's funny that.
Yeah.
All right, smash him. You have a nice
No,
day.
but I've got a whole family in that house. So we're
I
full
know.
up.
So I know how it is. Listen, I know how it is.
But well, yes, of course, in principle, yeah.
In principle, the sentiment's there. It's just the capabilities ain't.
I'm not able to at the moment.
know, that's
but
what I'm
I will-
saying.
Yeah.
Am I doing anything wrong?
So some of them are saying they're not able to at the moment because, you know, they just don't have the resources. What about the UK? What about the UK's resources? Your economy has stagnated. You're not growing. There's no productivity. You're getting buried under a mounting debt. So what about that? No. That's fine. We can keep bringing them in. We can keep bringing them in. Down with the far right fascists.
Am I doing anything wrong? Am I doing anything wrong? Am I
Embarrassed.
doing anything wrong?
Look how embarrassed they are.
That's what I mean. Excuse me, my love. Will you go on my list of people that's willing to adopt a refugee?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Any
Why
reason
not?
in particular?
I don't. What sort of refugee are you talking about?
Thank you, love. I appreciate that. Feel welcome.
Look at
Excuse
that.
me. Would you be willing to adopt a refugee into your home?
No.
No.
Sorry, I can't.
Would you adopt a refugee into your home?
No, thank you.
No?
But thank you.
So where should we put them then?
Sorry,
Where should we put them?
sorry, I probably missed
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Excuse me, mate. Would you be willing to go on the list of people that's willing to adopt a refugee into their home?
I'm in a tenant flat, one bed. So
Okay. Okay. Excuse me, sir.
Well, let him sleep in your bed with you. You won't only just be housing one, you'll be entertaining him too.
Would you be willing to adopt a refugee?
I would be willing, yeah, if I had the space.
If
yeah.
you had the
Oh,
space.
yeah.
So where should we put them then?
Where should we put them?
Yeah.
There's plenty of people who have fallen.
Who are you, mate?
My name's Jim. Who are you?
My name's Alistair. I'm already adopted a refugee, thanks.
Excuse me, mate.
BS.
Need to go on the list of willing
Lying.
to adopt a refugee.
Don't speak to this geezer. These are people are Nazis. They're racist.
Would you be nice? Let's talk about
You're
nationality.
racist. We know you are.
No, you walked up there. You called me a bigot.
Tell us
What do you mean? Who are you? Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck away from the camera, man. What does
Good.
racism mean
Fight back. Push them back.
to you?
It means not equality for those who don't belong.
Yeah, this is a new video. Now, the Labour Party are offering £350 a month to take in illegal refugees. But when you ask them, hey, do you want to here's the money, 350 quid a month. Nah, sorry, don't have enough room. But the UK is a huge country, don't you know?
Here.
For those that don't belong here?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, I don't know what she said.
No, you walked up there, you called me a bigot. Tell us what do you mean? Who are you? Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck away from the camera, man. What does racism mean to you?
It means not equality for those who don't belong here.
For those that don't belong here?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Can't hate these. You can't despise these people enough. Let me remind you again, Wayne Broadhurst's killer was also an asylum seeker who had gone off at the guy at whose house he was living. He was a Pakistani guy who had also taken pity on that Afghan refugee. And then he was trying to stab him. And then Wayne Broadhurst was just walking his dog nearby and he saw that struggle. And then he jumped in to help that Pakistani guy. And then the Pakistani guy ran off and that Afghan asylum seeker killed Wayne Broadhurst. Suicidal empathy in full display here. Now, let me remind you, this woman wasn't some young, impressionable woman. She was in her 40s. And I don't know what happened to her ex-husband or the father of her daughter, but that poor daughter, yeah, that doesn't look like a natural smile. She's like, oh, okay, I have to smile. Look at that doggy. Poor Shih Tzu. He knew something was up. But anyway, she's traumatized for life, this poor woman. Apparently, he bashed her head against the toilet seat. She found her bloodied and bludgeoned to death. She would never be able to get that image out of her head because she had fallen victim to lefty woke suicidal empathy. Stay away from it, guys. Stay away from it. Protect yourself at all costs.